Welcome back to another episode of Talking Kicks with Mastro Mixes. I am Mastro Mixes. I did a little short earlier this week saying that this weekend I would take time to do a video comparing these two shoes. And although they look very similar, a lot of you know that they're not the same shoe. They're same shoe, 2 different years releases. 2009, 2023. Very anticipated pair coming out, at least for me, and I would think it would be for a lot of people. Anytime an OG colorway is being re-released, then there's a lot of anticipation for it. So much anticipation for it that sometimes, at least for me, I don't know if it happens to other people, but I look at the colorways listed on releases about to come out. And last year I got super excited thinking these were dropping, and I didn't look at pictures of them first. I just seen the colors listed, copped as quick as I could, and I got these instead. Still very, very nice. I actually really like these. I haven't worn these yet, but they were not the cherries. The first thing I want to talk about with these is I want to thank Jordan Brand or Nike, whichever one of you did it, but we went back to, they did the old school looking box for the OGs with the colors and the orange and the black, just the gray on the top, which they did this to us a couple of years ago. But a few years ago when they did it, they gave us these great big giant huge boxes that should have had like an extra shoe in it. There was so much extra room in these boxes. I never understood what the deal was with these. I thank you for coming back with these, because when we place these on shelves, when we try to save some boxes, these just mess up the whole organization of things. So stop it. Don't ever do that again. Not unless it's a special box that we can put in a different spot. But now I want to dig into these. There are some slight differences. The first thing you'll notice is the red on them. The red's a little brighter than it is on the older pair. I personally like the darker red, but I'm not absolutely hating the brighter red. I just, maybe it's because this one grew on me over so many years of having it. So I'm not opposed to the brighter red, but it is different. I'm noticing on them, height-wise, they are identical. Feeling the leather on them. On the uppers especially, they feel very similar. The tongues, very, very similar. The sock liners, very, very similar. The back parts of them, they're the same. The Jordan in this one stands out a little more than it does on the older pair, but that just could be because these are 10, 11, 13 years old now. I always check the bottoms and see how well they did them to match up. Now granted, this pair's brand new. This pair's 13 years old and it's been worn several times, but the carbon fiber matches. The colors match, the pattern, everything matches great. The toe box leather, on the other hand, I'm noticing, although this is very nice on the new pair, the old pair was much softer. When you look at the height of the Jumpman coming up over the toe, it seems to come up just a shade higher on the old pair. Not that that's a huge make or break for anybody. And when I did this, and I noticed that, I got out some other pairs and I looked. And all of the older pairs came up a little bit higher than it did on this pair. I did get out the purple and black joints that just released not too long ago, and it is lower like it is on this one, so it must just be a newer thing. I'm looking at the tabs on them. This lined up perfect on both sides. For a long time, that was one of the things that we looked at to tell if a 12 was a fake or not. And on the real older ones, like this one, in the 2009s, they all lined up perfect. There was a few pairs in between that even legit pairs started to not line up just right. But I knew that they were legit because I got them from Nike. So I thought that was just a lapse in quality control there for a little while. But I am glad to see that that is back and perfectly lined up again. Looking at the 2 with the number 3 on it, one of the things we always looked at before was, and it's got that typical 12 crease in there. When you pulled that up straight the way you were wearing it, the letters were always visible in between the laces. And this one is still factory laced, so I've got to move it just a little bit because I'll loosen them up. But it is going to line up the exact same way. I have not put these on my foot yet, but it's a 12, so I know it's got the full air sole underneath it. The bottom of it is going to be comfortable. It always is in a 12. I am overall, I'm very satisfied with them. I'm anxious to hear how many people actually got them, how many people hit on them. Before release, it seemed like everybody said they wanted them. And then on release day, when they were easy to get, there was a lot of people already saying, oh, they're bricks, they're going to sit. And the only reason there's some sitting is because they made enough for everybody to have. I'm actually glad that they did that. I like it when they make enough for everybody to get a pair. I noticed it just yesterday again on the reimagined Royal ones with the suede on them this time. I'm kind of anxious to see those. I actually didn't hit the SNKRS app until an hour after release. Pulled it up and was able to hit. I like that. I hope that continues. But I know it won't. 2023 Cherry 12. Glad to have it. Let me know your opinions on them. And again, hit the like button, hit the follow button, leave me a comment, tell me what you think of them. Tell me if you still have your old pair, if you noticed any other differences that I missed, or if you think I'm spot on, let me know that too. I'm not the shoe god. I just happen to have a lot of shoes. So I'm not perfect. I'm going to miss some things, but I'm glad I got them. We'll see you next time.